For the people that don't know who you are, tell them who you are.
I'm Salahudeen Abdallah. Everybody know me as Salah.
So where you from? How was your childhood?
I'm from Durham. I had an alright childhood. I just got in the streets young. I had a lot of influences. My big brothers, they were in the streets, so everybody around me was in the streets. So I took to the same thing.
How big is your family? How many brothers and sisters you have?
That's a lot of us, man. My parents got like 8 together. There's a couple of extra siblings too. Might be about 10, 11 of us all together.
Right. So did you have both your parents were in your life?
Yeah, both of my parents was in my life. They got divorced when I was young, and when I stopped living with my parents, I started living with my sister. And that's when I really started getting in the streets.
And how old were you around that age?
I wasn't in my teens. I was young.
What were some of the things you did?
I hustled. I started out hustling, got a gun, started robbing. For long I was trying to take a career just sticking up, but that wasn't the move. And pretty much I done everything under the sun when it comes to the streets, from checks to heroin, crack, weed, you name it. The only thing I ain't sold is crystal meth.
What was the first thing you sold?
I think when I jumped off the porch, first thing I sold might have been crack.
Man, how old were you?
Man, I wasn't in my teens.
So what was your peak at hustling? What do you think your peak was?
My peak was probably right before the feds got me.
And how old were you at that moment?
I was 23 then.
What was your income? What was your most? Your net worth?
I seen some money. I come from a crew called Face Mob Family, Fast Money Family, FMF. But I was in the heroin money, so the money. Your money is so different. Like, you could take $8,000, turn it to 60 grand. It was a whole lot of money around. I spent it just as fast as I got it. I lived on my own terms.
What were some of the things you got with your money?
I bought cars. I had feds came to the Escalade. I done drove some of everything. My rappies, them boys had their bread. Face had everything under the sun, car wise. Ball had cars. All my rappies, all them boys they was getting money. You feel me? And they was older than me, so they knew how to treat that money a whole lot better than I did. I was just a young dude who just fell into the money.
So what was probably the worst thing you did dealing with the streets?
I done pretty much everything dealing with the streets. Like, I played with that gun on a lot of different ways. You feel me? Like, I done everything under the sun, literally. When it comes to the streets, it ain't too much I ain't done.
Alright, you ain't trying to get detailed?
Certain stuff ain't got no statues. So, I'ma always use my head when it comes to that. I don't mind details, but I'ma say I robbed and I done a lot of stuff. I done been charged with armed robbery, kidnapping, shooting, trafficking, uttering forged instruments, painted by false pretenses, you know what I'm saying? Like, I done been arrested for damn for everything under the sun. So,
So how old were you when you got arrested?
Shit, I wasn't a felon until I was about 20, but when I was 16, I was jammed for shooting shit. I got locked up when I was 16, Then I got locked. I stayed out the way. Then I caught another case. I caught a bunch of cases. It's just I was getting away from them. I was beating them.
You were beating them?
So, when you're young and you get one of them complexes, they can't touch you. They just make you go harder.
Yeah.
So I started thinking I had a license to do the shit I wanted to do.
Right.
Wave my gun around, Whatever I seen fit, I did. I ain't really care about consequences because I really didn't plan no future. Like, if you'd have told me 10 years ago I'd live to be this old, I'd have laughed at you. Right. Most of the dudes I grew up with, we don't get old. 25 is like the peak. You make it to 25, you an OG in Durham, especially if you're in the streets. Durham got a lot of different ways of getting you removed. Dudes that ain't become junkies, they get life sentences. Like, I got a big brother, he got 50-something years, Free Abdul. I got a lot of partners, got elbows, and you'll never see the streets.
No.
You feel what I'm saying? My man Roger, Tall Roger, Free Roger, he got an elbow when I was in. Like, it's a lot of different people that get thrown away, and like, it's such a common thing around here. It ain't even nothing you hear about somebody getting killed. You just so used to it, you're like, damn, him. fucked up. And
what's the elbow?
Life sentence.
A life sentence.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you did your biggest bid?
Shit, I left when I was 23. I just came home. I've been home a few months off that one. I did over 8.5 years in the feds on that on my conspiracy case.
And what you got locked up with conspiracy?
Yeah, I had conspiracy. I copped out for a 10 to life plea for conspiracy for over 5 bricks of powder, over a brick of heroin, over 50 grams of crack.
Whew. So can you talk more detail about the case? How did that happen? Did people tell on you?
I mean, I got through under the bus. You feel what I'm saying? I got through under the bus. I left for ghost dope. I didn't get caught with nothing. I'm gonna put it that way. They had little documentaries, people salt my name up, you know. But I don't entertain that shit too much because I got my black and white. You feel me? I wasn't a Sesame Street nigga, so I didn't never care about opinions. I wasn't one of them guys you could say something to. And if you say something to me, you disrespect me, you know it's gonna go wherever I decide to take it. But as far as all this whispering and stuff, most of these dudes in the streets is like crickets. Make a whole lot of noise when you get close to them, they quiet.
Word. So, what prisons were you at?
I was in USP Coleman, that's Supermax in Florida. I was in USP Victorville in California. I was at FCI Pekin. I was at FCI Williamsburg, like my last year and some change. That's where I came home from. But like, yeah, they sent me all over the country.
And you were federal, right?
Yeah, federal.
So explain, like, what was the daily day of a federal, like, 24-hour federal lockdown? What was that like?
Supermax or meeting?
Well, both of them.
All right, in the pen, you got to be up when they pop that door at 5:30. You better have your boots on, you feel me? Ain't no going to the shower. Like, I go to the shower, my man coming with me. Hey, bro, I'm about to get in the shower. He's standing on the door. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no wearing the flip-flops. Ain't no sleeping when the door's open. 30 days for your paperwork. They got to see what you about. You know, if your paperwork ain't right, you can't walk no yard. You gonna have conflict. They gonna do something to you. You know, when I got in, I was a young dickhead for real. So over time, though, I had an old head, man. Free Van McDuffie, Vito, he from the lynch mob. He got an elbow. That's my old head, like good Harlem dude, man. He showed me the ropes straight up, like took me under his wing. I probably wouldn't have lived through my bid had it not been for him giving me the game, because I came in with a chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm from Durham. You know, we got a little arrogance about us just being from Durham. Yeah. So, you know, like I come in and I really wasn't, they telling me that's my homeboy, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I'm from Durham. Yeah. That other shit, but you know, he took me to the law library, told me this is where I make my friends, and after a while I didn't change all the way then, but I was starting to tone it down and realize, like, man, this shit's serious. Like, you seeing dudes losing their lives for the pettiest shit, dude getting stabbed, dude stabbing all the time. A bullshit conversation and turn into a man losing his life.
What was the worst thing you seen right in there?
Shit, I seen so many people die, but I seen a dude get beat to death December 13th for 210 in Coleman 1. They kicked his nose off his face. Like, I watched him, like, and this cat go home in like a month and a half, 2 months. They beat him to death, like, not no stabbing. When they beat you to death, that's a whole different type of pain, boy. It'll change shit in you, like, and then for real, that shit'll desensitize you, because I remember my man, dude, I was cool with out Victorville named Jones. He got killed in the dorm. Dude stabbed him, and I talked to this cat every day. But I was so mad about not getting some ice or coffee. I had to talk to my baby mother to realize I was fucked up in the head. I was locked down. I was like, damn, I ain't get no coffee and no ice. I wrote in a letter. I was writing a letter home talking about, shit, I couldn't even get no fucking ice. Like, yo, this man just lost his life. Like, he got kids, family.
You was more mad about losing, not getting no ice than actually seeing him die.
Then what just took place, you know what I'm saying? So it let me know, like, this place will ruin you in more ways than you even realize. Like, you don't even value nobody's life no more. When a person dying, you just keep on with your day-to-day. You might see this person and interact with them every day. You see them lose their life, that shit, it'll change shit in you. It'll make you, it becomes a common thing, you know. Being in the streets already have you where you really ain't too much caring about nothing but your own. But in prison, it really makes you get on, I don't care about nobody but me and mine.
Yeah.
So
So did you have anybody that you ran with in prison? Like,
yeah, I'm a Muslim. You feel me? Like, I'ma always be with the brothers. You know, I mess with whoever I mess with. If I mess with them, regardless of what car they belong to, I'm gonna go to bat for them. You feel me? Like, I had some good, solid cats I was messing with. That was GDs. You know, that was Stones. You know, I messed with a couple of Crip cats out of Cali. That was solid dudes. So, you know, past the prison politics, we gotta understand. I'm gonna go to war behind you. They gonna go to war behind me. It won't in question. It ain't too many fake friendships there. So, you know, that's just how it played out with me.
So, did you have to get any altercations?
Yeah, I've been in plenty of fights. That ain't nothing. Fighting, that shit come with the turf.
About how many?
Shit, I got in quite a few. I probably got in maybe 13.
And how many you win, how many you lost?
I got an impeccable record. I'm alright with the hands. But, you know, everything ain't gonna always be with the hands. Sometimes with the knife. So, you know, I done had some altercations though, man.
Anybody try to stab you and do anything other than
I
fight?
had some sucker shit happen to me in a hole. I'm gonna cut my hand, but I'm still, you know, it was a rumor that I got my throat slit.
Ain't nothing there, huh?
Shit, I mean, I wouldn't even be here having this interview with you. Somebody slit my throat and I lived through it.
For real though.
You know, I love my daughter, I love my family. But I'm allergic to pain, I'm scared of dying.
Did you see any other people in prison that's like well known for what they did?
Yeah, I know. I had a Bo Diddley, cool, super cool old head. Vowels from Baltimore, God, when they made In Too Deep off of. I done ran across a bunch of cats. I went through trains, I seen Meech. Who else? Dr. Shakur, smooth, solid old head. That's Matula Shakur, that's Tupac's father. Boo G, shout out to them GD dudes. Know the whole coalition. Prince Donnie, Prince Malachi, Prince Big, you feel me? Them Jeff Fort rappies, you know. Them Stones out of Chicago, them GDs, you know. Big respect for them. Big G, my man Tomcat. Like, I mess with a lot of them dudes, man. Good, solid dudes. I can't forget my man Mister from Minnesota, man. Yeah, my man Mister, solid dude to the end. Like, my man, I still converse and kick it with a lot of them. They email me, I email them back. I can't send a bread I want because this working thing ain't like what I'm used to. But you know, when I get in position, they gonna know it.
Right. So where you end up? What was your last bid at? Like what?
Last spot I left?
Yeah, your last
I was in Williamsburg in South Carolina. I went home from there.
And how long were you down there for?
Just over a year. A lot of good dudes there. My man Outlaw, my man Debo, he had just got there from Cheap Road, Hardest Beauty from Durham, you know. Good solid nigga. Who else? Lil Al, my man. I jamming with, you know, all the cats from the D, you know, everybody, damn near everybody from the D, you know, we rock together. My little bro Red.
Anybody from Durham?
Yeah, man, yeah, my little bro Red, my little bro Ryder. Yeah, like, man, we was there now.
So when you came home, what was the adjustment like from doing, how many years you did again?
I did over 8.5.
So that adjustment from 8.5 years, what was it like coming back home?
It's still different now. Like, I have a hard time eating with a fork. But yeah, like little small shit. I be happy to take a shower without no shower slides. But you know, I hit the streets running. My little baby cousin Umar, rest in peace, man. Umar just passed. He was setting me up for the transition when I was in. Like, bro, when you get out, bro, you said you gonna change some shit. And when I got out, he made me stand on it. So that's how I got into what I'm doing now. I do community organizing. Like, I talk to at-risk kids. Feel me? Like, I really just, man, be trying to switch it up. Like, so when I came home, I hit the streets running on that, on some positive shit. You know, I was working little jobs. Everything sort of just started falling in place. I quit one job, got a better job, quit another job, got a better job. Then I got tied into the Southern Coalition for Social Justice, a law firm full of A1 lawyers, wholehearted, genuine people. I'm talking about all the way down to the interns. Like, man, it's like we a big family over there. Like, all the way down to the office manager, receptionist. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, Southern Coalition for Social Justice, they all in for you. They doing it from a passion and from sincerity. It ain't no money thing with them. It's, they really doing this because they want to see a change. And they put me in a position where I could help people, and they help me at the same time. So, you know,
work hand in hand.
I'm in the hood. You feel me? I'm in the hood trying to right all my wrongs, and at the same time, I can help people in the process.
Yeah.
Feel me? So it's like I've been a problem my whole life. To be a part of the solution is a good feeling.
Right.
You know that at the end of the day, man, however way it happened from here, I ain't never been this straight up in my life as far as just doing right.
Yeah.
So it's all right feeling.
So what is your main goal with what you're doing? Like in 5-10 years, where you see this growing to be?
Me and my little cousin, ooh man, we used to say this jump, man, we wanted to close the prison down. I say I close down too.
Close the prisons down.
I'm gonna push it a little further. Yeah, man, because a lot of dudes is misled, man. They let this material shit make them sell their soul.
Right.
Past their soul, you sell your freedom in your life for some shit that you can't take in that cell with you. I don't care how many ball mains you got, you can't buy a house with it.
Right.
All the Fendi Ferragamo belts, can't go to a car lot with it. You know, so people take risks and don't realize, like, you can have one prior drug conviction and get jammed up with the feds and they give you an 851. You could have been facing a 5 to 40, now you a 10 to life. You feel what I'm saying?
And what's the 851?
That's one prior drug conviction they can use to double your sentence.
Damn.
So the feds play a different game than the state. Like, the state's bad, you know, it's prison. But the feds is a different ball game. When you think of the worst people in the country, you ain't thinking about no state prison. They going to the feds. Show your ass for real.
Right.
Yeah, they got a 4 o'clock and a 10 o'clock count, and that's for the region. And them calls go to the White House. The Obama administration, I tried to get clemency too. Obama ain't give it to me, but Obama gave it to a bunch of dudes. Shout out Barack Obama. He freed up a lot of good men.
What's that? What was the clemency? What was that?
It was just pardoning people, man. Dudes is getting, my man Tomcat had shit, a life sentence, man. He 18 years old. Shit, he just left people home after 20 years. Like, for some, nothing that was worth no life sentence.
Damn.
Dudes is getting caught with money laundering millions of dollars, and like, they come out better than us. You know, it's really a thing of race. They say it, but they don't want to directly impact it. But they was giving, I got sentenced under 100 for one for crack. For 100 grams, for 50 grams of crack equal to 5 bricks of cocaine. You can't make 50 grams of crack without 50 grams of powder.
Yeah.
So if anything, you should start with the base. They started with the aftermath.
Damn.
So where the crack at? It's in the hood. So they gave us more time for that. They just tried to write it a little bit by passing the 18 to 1.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still like 280 grams of crack can get you a life sentence.
Right.
And they ain't got to be sold at one time. You can buy an ounce from a dude 10 times. An agent buy an ounce 10 times. Man, you got a life sentence. They can give you a life sentence.
Oh, damn.
Start you at 10 years. Something you overlook. A dude buy a quarter 40 times. You feel what I'm saying?
Off that.
They can give you life. Play with them people, they can give you life. Feds ain't nothing like how dudes come home with all these glory stories. Shit, them same dudes was in camps. They ain't have to go nowhere where you go in the yard, it's politic, and we got politic. It's 100 of them, it's 60 of us. We got magazines and shit taped to our chest. Got knives on us. If this conversation don't go right, we about to have a bloodbath out here. So, yeah, it's a whole different way of living, man. And it's just like, man, shit, it ain't nothing nobody should have to go through, especially
magazines on your chest.
Yeah, you might have a magazine on your chest. We have a sanctioned fight. Me and this dude got a lock in a cell, and with he got a knife, I got a knife.
Just gotta go at it.
Loser go up top. Shit.
What does that mean, loser go up top?
That mean if you lose this battle, me and you have with this knife, you gotta get off this yard.
Right.
But if you lose this battle, you might lose your life. He might not stop. You don't know what you're up against because it's damn near, it's a fight to the death almost.
Yeah.
Some people, you know, some people make it in, some people make it out. But that ain't a way to live.
Yeah.
A bullshit conversation to have a person fighting for their life.
Yeah.
Loose talking. Like I never, like dudes say bitch so freely out here, I still get nervous when I hear it. You call a man a bitch in them pins.
So
it's got to happen.
Point blank period.
The minute they leave your mouth, they're gonna punch him in his face. If you don't fight, say a dude call me a bitch and I don't punch him in his mouth right then, they gonna set up a knife fight. If I ain't trying to knife fight, they gonna bust me up. They might stab me and beat me up, get me off the yard. So, you know, it's really is you only as strong as your weakest link. Man. So you either gonna man up, they say you either gonna put on you'll have a shield and a sword or a scarf and a skirt. Yeah. I chose a shield and a sword, but everybody don't get everybody fortunate enough to have what I got in here.
Yeah. So what's the name of the community that you working with again?
I'm with Southern Coalition for Social Justice. All of us are none.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just trying to, man, we trying to get people to really realize, be a voice for the voiceless.
And it's mainly in Durham?
It's in Durham, but I just had a clinic in Greenville, but we everywhere. We try to spread it. We want people to be organized, man. We want people to be leaders. We want you to step up in your community and make a difference, man, because ain't nobody gonna fix us but us.
Yeah. Cool. So I think we could wrap it up. So tell them who you rocking with. Tell them who did this interview for you.
Oh man, you know I'm messing with $1 Billion Vision.